Welcome back to Full Impact Pro Wrestling. Ariel Dominguez, been on the shelf since an injury in July. And you want to talk about tough as nails, and I mean tough as nails. I happen to be with Ariel Dominguez. We happen to have an 8-hour drive after that event. Dude drove first, holding ice on his face. We had no clue his jaw was broken.
And certainly I think it speaks to how tough, even at that point, Ariel Dominguez has become even tougher because recently, since that injury, he has been under the tutelage of TJ Wilson and Natalia at the Heart Dungeon. This kid is tough as nails.
And his opponent. From Compton, California, weighing at 220 pounds, representing the Midwest Tribe, he is A1 since anyone, the triple Sage Scott.
Shout out to Mon Easy for the new jam here, bringing out Sage Scott.
Sage Scott, such an imposing presence. Such power, the musculature, the size advantage that we can definitely see he has over his opponent here to establish dominance.
I, for one, have always been impressed with the absolute physicality of one Sage Scott. He is unbelievable, the strength this man has. But look at Ariel Dominguez. The man is shredded and unleaded straight out of Earthrealm. I am blown away at this matchup here.
Definitely think that Ariel Dominguez was using the time nursing that injury to actually increase himself in size in the gym. He's put on roughly 20 pounds since the last time we saw him just under a year ago at FIP.
Yeah, don't forget, if this is your first time seeing Ariel Dominguez, dumped head first. Strength, man, is definitely going to be on the side of Sage Scott, but do not underestimate Ariel Dominguez. We've seen him quell many a man larger than him, but right now that is not the story being told by Sage Scott.
We talk about established dominance, and Sage Scott is establishing his dominance in this match very early on.
Yeah, disrespect again, the lockup. Got to give it to Dominguez, trying to lock up again with Sage Scott, and this time able to use a little finesse.
Okay.
A little return, a little receipt.
Turnaround's fair play.
And Dominguez now showing that speed he's got, tripping down Sage Scott. Very impressive.
That's the thing where speed, momentum, and leverage can play a real factor. It kind of takes things down on the strength aspect of Sage Scott.
Yeah, a little bit of different offense here from Ariel Dominguez. You saw the Hurricane, and now flying up and over. Dominguez taking out Sage Scott, and guys, usually I'm talking about Ariel Dominguez and his time as a state champion in amateur wrestling, Greco-Roman style, whatever the right terminology is, but right now,
No, that's not where you want to be.
no, that is not. Back first goes Dominguez, and I was about to give Dominguez credit for the ability to fly there, but the catching ability of Sage Scott, that much better in this moment.
Yeah, caught and leveled by Sage Scott, and now, oh my God, it was taken off the head of Ariel Dominguez is Sage Scott.
And I'm telling you, man, Sage Scott, whether it's singles, tag team action, Sage Scott's just been dominant here in the World Wrestling Network.
Definitely
Pinfall, 2 count only.
Sage Scott coming off his last appearance at FIP, victorious with Jake St. Patrick as the Midnight Tribe against the Metro Bros, who were victorious tonight to end that streak.
And you just can see again. Oh, how about this kick? Little Liu Kang action there. Very impressive with the bicycle kicking by Dominguez, but unfortunately Dominguez not able to get out of the corner, and instead, you already said it, Sage Scott continuing to establish dominance.
It's a freight train coming your way.
And good for Dominguez getting out of the way here. Bad for Sage Scott. There was a post to catch him.
And preying upon that shoulder that hit the post.
And remember, Dominguez has had that submission background, like I mentioned, from that amateur style all the time. Dominguez came up that way. Well, how about spending the time in the Heart Dungeon now? I can't even imagine.
No, already was unbelievable. On another level going right before the injury, and now that he has been able to sharpen these tools with the likes of those types of trainers, unbelievable.
Yeah, and all the while we're gushing over Dominguez. Here's Sage Scott with one arm lifting a man up, slamming him down, and nearly getting a pin.
Now again, the strength on display from Sage Scott. Almost looks effortless, but swept up.
Yeah, Yeah, great move by Dominguez. Not enough, but that's what Dominguez has to do, and right into the front chancery as well. You got to take advantage of any hole you can see right there, any inch, so to speak, and Dominguez has done that.
And you think about the amateur wrestling background of Ariel Dominguez, a Florida State champion in amateur wrestling, a Brute national champion, and only has learned more new submissions and ways to get in at the Heart Dungeon, but oh no! Up once more at the mercy of Sage Scott.
Beautiful suplex there from Sage Scott, and you can see just the pain on the face of Dominguez. Pinfall.
Stutch drive. We talk about how much possibly tougher that Ariel Dominguez has become from being in the Heart Dungeon, and we saw it here. That's resilience on display.
You can see here the training, the athleticism of Sage Scott, Mr. A1 since day one for a reason. Hoisting a full man up.
Look at the
That's a
strength.
whole human body.
That was one hand, but again, pinfall. Nearly enough by Dominguez there, but Sage was just able to roll through, and now we saw this before in the video. Dominguez sent, but instead, counter.
He was, I think, looking for the heart lock, which was a new submission that was given to him by TJ Wilson himself.
And it looks like it begins like a sharpshooter, excuse me, but
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute.
wow!
My
Blue
heavens.
Thunderbomb, is that it?
It is not.
Wow!
Somehow that was not it.
Serious credit to Dominguez that he's still in this thing.
Has that just riled more ire from A1 since day one, Sage Scott?
Well, here's the story. Sage Scott, so confident coming in at Trevin, as you pointed out, he has done his time here at WWN. He has come into his own, really on a hot streak coming into this year. But is that too confident? We keep seeing the feats of strength and then immediately having to try to brute force his way out of a situation. You can't take Ariel Dominguez lightly.
Yeah, those are the moments that Ariel Dominguez really capitalizes on.
Sage now launching Dominguez, but Dominguez flipping over with the Savate kick taken down. Very impressive taking down Sage Scott.
But a last burst of energy from Ariel Dominguez as now he's unable to make it to his feet.
Yeah, and that was the challenge there. You saw Sage. Oh, listen to this. WWN faithful getting behind Dominguez. I was going to say Sage was giving Dominguez time to get up and really was choosing his time to take him out, and instead Dominguez with the counter. And is this the opening Dominguez needed?
I'll say nothing too high flying there, but just hard strikes, knocking Sage Scott back.
Yeah, that high knee was effective. Dominguez not slowing down here coming into the corner. And you notice Dominguez held on.
Held on for dear life.
Now in a precarious position, perched on top by Sage
up.
Scott. Muscled up
Muscled up.
indeed.
Like I said from the very beginning, folks, Sage Scott, his strength nearly unmatched in his, or I would say any division, as he's just wrenching on the neck.
Ariel Dominguez though escapes.
Yeah, and not just escapes, but able to take advantage of a prone Sage Scott. And
No.
you notice Sage is holding on. Wow! The powerbomb out of the corner, pinfall.
Roll through.
And what does Dominguez have next? Are you kidding
My
me?
God. Look at the strength of Ariel Dominguez.
Unbelievable.
Into the pin.
Oh, dangerous.
Barely. Whoa.
And here we go again, that submission attempt.
Is he gonna get the hard lock?
See Dominguez trying to fold in there, and
Are we? Oh,
Got Sage wrapped up like a pretzel here, but it's
almost locked in, but I don't think quite.
I don't
Has
know.
enough damage been done?
I don't know if Dominguez has the hold properly applied here, and
Sage trying to get to the rope here.
you notice Sage does get the ropes.
The question is, was that about ring awareness? Was Ariel so focused on getting the move locked in that he didn't take into consideration where their placer was, Sage able to get to that rope?
I don't think that after muscling him over, he was expecting Sage Scott to be able to get to the ropes.
Dominguez has something in mind here. We've been seeing a lot more high flying from Ariel Dominguez since his return, and heading to the top here, not some place we often saw Dominguez before.
Certainly no fear of flight from Ariel Dominguez now. Crossbody.
Yeah, but rolling through
Wait
is
a minute.
Sage, and
Wait a minute.
pure power. Wow! Good God! Into the pin. Sage wins.
Here's your winner, Sage Scott.
Now Listen, you pointed out right at the start of this thing, when you look at established dominance, it's not just a catchy name. It could be used to describe Sage Scott. Unbelievable.
That was a collision of humanity in the center of that ring. Sage Scott, so impressive against Ariel Dominguez here tonight.
And I'll tell you guys, you saw both of these men had things turned up to an 11, if not more. Reality of the situation, you know these guys wanted that win here tonight at Full Impact Pro. Impressive as Ariel was tonight, was the night of Sage Scott. Let's hear it from the Hardcore Giant.
Sage Scott with another impressive victory over the returning Ariel. We've seen you in both tag team and singles competition. What do we expect from Sage Scott? Because it's been nothing but success so far.
Before we talk about the future, let's talk about the present. All week long, all I had to hear was about Ariel Dominguez coming back to FIP. Oh, he's trained with the hard dungeon. He's been out for 9 months. Well, it looks like I can put that goddamn elf back on the shelf.
Hold on a second. Now, Ariel Dominguez has done a lot in the last year to establish himself as a power in professional wrestling, and your impressive victory can't take nothing away from what he did here tonight.
Say what you right now is I've been dominant since day one. That's why I've been A1. There's a lot of champions in the back that's been ducking me. I waited too long. And I want to smoke. Pull up. I want any of y'all. I don't give a damn what championship. I'm coming to all of them. That's big on the back.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Sage Scott, he's coming for your belt. You're a champion here at FIP.
Man, you want to talk about a passionate Sage Scott? What a victory here tonight. And it's hard to argue, man. You got to think somewhere here in the World Wrestling Network, Sage Scott turning some heads. Got to be some matchmakers keeping an eye on Sage Scott. What a way to kick off the second half here of WWN and FIP present Established Dominance 2022.